Hey everybody, I am getting ready now to head out to Bryon Reece Parking. Gonna pick up a rider and get them down to Springer Mountain Trailhead so they can start their adventure northbound. So right now I'm getting ready, getting the shoes on, had a good breakfast and ready for the day. So anyways, as soon as I do this, I'm gonna get outside, start up the car, and we'll be rolling on out to Bryon Reece, heading to Springer Mountain Trailhead. Back a bit later. Hey, good morning everybody. Today is Thursday, October 30th of 2025. And this morning I'm making my way up to the Bryon Reece parking, and I'm going to meet a rider there and get them down to the Springer Mountain Trailhead. So it's 45 degrees right now here in Blairsville, and as you can see, it is a damp, gloomy day. It is 8:06 a.m. meeting the rider at 8:30, but definitely cold out here right now because 45 degrees is a nice temperature, but the wetness is definitely making it colder. Anyway, it's still a beautiful morning here. You can't complain about that. So it is definitely a day that feels like fall. What a gorgeous day. All right, excited about going to Springer Mountain this morning. Can't wait. So I'll be back a little bit later. So I'm out here on 129 South now. I've made my way to the bottom of the mountain as I continue on to Bryon Reece parking. Anyways, it's a beautiful morning out here. Still have a lot of color going on. The leaves are definitely past their peak, but we can continue to enjoy them until they fall. So it's a really beautiful time of year. Right now, continuing to make my way to Bryon Reece Trailhead parking area. I'm going to pick up the rider and get them to Springer Mountain so they can start their adventure northbound. All right, it's a beautiful day, and I'll be back in a little bit. All right, right now I'm passing Vocal State Park as I continue my way to Bryon Reece Trailhead parking area. And as I come up around the corner here, normally we can see Blood Mountain in the distance, but I'm going to say today that's probably not going to happen. It's probably going to be all fogged in. So let's see what happens here. All right, so yep, most definitely way up behind there is Blood Mountain. We can normally see it, but it is all covered in fog today. So still pretty out here though. Beautiful fall day. Definitely feels like fall. So I'm going to enjoy it as I'm driving about today, taking the rider down to Springer and then coming on out of there, see what there is to see. So made my way up the mountain, super close to the Bryon Reece Trailhead parking area, where I'm going to meet the rider this morning. This has been a beautiful drive up the mountain. It always is, but this morning is really pretty. So just enjoying it and continuing on to Bryon Reece and then Springer Mountain Trailhead. right, now I came up from Blairsville, so I'm going to take a right-hand turn into the parking area. This is bryon Reece trailhead parking. I'm going to go meet the rider there and get them to their destination at Springer Mountain Trailhead. All right, definitely looks like fall in here. It's wet, so if you're out, be careful with the leaves. They're super slippery, so careful there. They also hide holes and nuts and rocks and stumps and just different things in the ground that you need to be cautious for. Don't want anybody twisting an ankle or falling or anything. All right, there's a couple people up in here already. It's a beautiful morning, and they're making their way up to Blood Mountain so they can see the sights and enjoy themselves. All right, going to continue on and wait for the rider. All right, I just dropped the rider off at the Springer Mountain Trailhead, and they are excited to start their journey. As you can see down here, it is wet. It is cloudy, and it looks like winter more than fall. So anyways, it's 41 degrees here right now, and it is misty raining. So I'm going to be starting to make my way out of here, heading back to Blairsville and other business that we have going on today. All right, there is another vehicle in the parking lot at Springer, but just one. Anyways, it's a gorgeous day no matter what the weather's doing out here. But just come out with the proper gear and you will be good to go. All right, heading back out of here. It's a gorgeous day. I'll be back later. All right now I'm making my way out of Springer Mountain still, heading back towards Doublehead Gap Road. And you can see what the weather is like out here. The fog only rolled in earlier when I approached Springer and got a lot closer to it, but now I'm pretty much driving through the clouds as I continue to make my way back out. That's okay, I think it's beautiful in here with the clouds and the mist that's going on, so it's enjoyable. All right, continuing on. highway here across Doublehead Gap Road, and I'm continuing to head back towards Blairsville. I do have to say, Doublehead Gap Road still has a lot of beautiful color with the leaves. You can notice in some areas the trees are getting really bare and the leaves are all over the ground. We've had some higher winds and we've had some heavier rains, so that'll take it down pretty quick. We're definitely past peak, but this has been a beautiful drive. So now I'm going to turn onto Skinny Gap Road and just continue my way back to Blairsville. And Skinny Gap Road does have that BMT trailhead there. Get up here a couple of miles, it crosses over the highway. Alright, well, just continuing on back to Blairsville. Alright, so right now I'm coming up to the road crossing for the Ben McKay Trail here. I'm on Skinny Gap Road, and as we come around the corner here, we have the trailhead sign right there. So it crosses right there. In this area here, people park over here and leave their cars, or they cross over here when they've gotten on the trail elsewhere. So that's out here on Skinny Gap Road for the BMT. Still heading back to Blairsville.